Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to What She Said. It is the 8 o'clock daily live stream. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right. Don't know about that, but we are getting it together. All right, y'all. So, welcome back to the daily live stream for What She Said. It's actually What She Said is the podcast. And since we go live daily, this is the daily version. So, when I drop videos, it's What She Said. And when I come on here every day at 8 o'clock, 8 Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, it's What She Said daily. So, hello, 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 hello. Let's see. Today, I have a host of things to talk about today. In fact, one of the things I'm going to start off with is something that we've been talking about. I posted it in the YouTube posts as well as I said it yesterday on the live. So we'll give it everybody a moment to join us and we'll get going. Let me make sure I have all. Oh, yeah, it's in front of me. Okay, so everything I want to talk about is in front of me. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the 8 p.m. Eastern daily What She Said. We have like several different topics to talk about today. Travis Hunter, Aaron Glenn, Baltimore Ravens, and let's see. It's another topic. So let's get going. And I'll just wait until everybody gets in here. Normally we have a crew, but since we go live every day, it's probably going to be different people on different days. So as you can see, I went back to the YouTube live stream setup because yesterday and today, I think we spent most of today trying to figure out what the heck was wrong with either the live stream, the speakers, the headphones, or the live stream service. So turns out the new shiny new laptop that I just bought works on YouTube and Zoom. And there's two, and I'm not calling out any names. There are two. Let me know if you can hear me, by the way. There are two live stream services that I paid for, good money, that it didn't work. And when you tried the free trial, they didn't have all of the features that I wanted to use. So this is a lesson for anybody who wants to go down this road in podcasting and streaming, live streaming for sure. So when you sign up for these services, they most offer just about the same things. But some of the services, whether it's the basic package or the next level up, or what I call rudimentary, okay, that term means that it's basic, it's dated, but there's some out there that are, in my opinion, state of the art for a basic package. The problem is when you try out the free service, you don't have the opportunity to find out, do they really offer everything that you want to offer? So when you look at a comparison, they might say, okay, we have chat features. Okay, we have integration features. Integration with whom? What chat features? Do you have any engagement features? So things like that. So I had to do the trial and error. I just had to spend the money. And when you're doing business, it's you have to chalk it up to the cost of doing business. You can do all the research you want, but sometimes when you get ready to implement new technology, it is just not for you. And sometimes you don't notice until you go live, and that's what happened. So I know I spent some money, but that's what tax write-offs are for, and I will be utilizing them. So I'm here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're back to the YouTube setup. We're getting ready to have some beautiful aesthetics installed on the wall behind me. I can't wait. So maybe when I go live tomorrow, they'll be there. If not, they'll be in the progress. And so let's get going. All right. First up on my list for the 8 p.m. daily live stream, congratulations to head coach Aaron Glenn. So, head coach Aaron Glenn was recently the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. He played in the NFL. I think he played a cornerback position. And I know he played for the Texans. I know that for sure. He played for the Saints and he played for the team he just got hired by. That's where he started, the Jets. So we have the Saints, the Cowboys, the Texans, and where he started, the Jets. So he was hired as head coach of the New York Jets, the first team he ever played with in the NFL. I think that's special. Now, there's some questions surrounding what changes he will make and will he be allowed to depart from what's the quarterback name? Aaron Rodgers. So I'll be following the Jets. I told people I don't have a favorite team. I have favorite players, and Aaron Glenn is one of my faves. So we'll be watching his progress. We hope, we wish him well. We hope he has the keys to the team to make the necessary changes that are made. And the organization is not handcuffing him by saying, okay, you can change everybody else out but the quarterback. So let me know your thoughts on Aaron Glenn. If you think he'll have carte blanche, the ability to go into the Jets and make the needed changes, or if, like the Falcons, coach was handcuffed, that you can pick your coach, but then you can pick your quarterback, but we want it to be this quarterback. So let me know your thoughts about that. So congratulations to head coach Aaron Glenn. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So that was the first topic. The second topic today that I wanted to discuss. Hold on for a second. Let me sit up. I'm wearing my emotional support hoodie. I needed it today. I needed some tech support. I'm the tech support. So the second topic I wanted to discuss today, Travis Hunter. So Mr. Travis Hunter was spotted out at the Dallas Mavericks Minnesota Timberwolves game. Now I don't know if y'all know, but Travis is a hooper. He can ball too. He can get up too. And he was presented by Anthony Edwards with Anthony Edwards jersey. And they both are with Adidas. So that was just like a nice get together. I'm like, I feel like Adidas had something to do with that. So of course Travis had front row seats. And I love the cameraman because he panned in a tight shot. We could see a little bit to the left that it looked like Travis had security sitting next to him. But the cameraman made sure not to go in the opposite direction to show if anyone else was with Travis sitting there. So Travis, ever joyful, thankful, gleeful, for, he loves free merch. So he was like, he got Anthony Edwards shoes. He got his jersey. He's offered to put these shoes on the next time I hoop. And people were like, okay, Trav, we want to see. So I'll be looking forward to seeing Travis Hunter, see if he's going to hoop in Anthony Edwards shoes. But Travis Hunter is a hooper. He was at the game, and the Timberwolves won the game by 1 point. And I think recently we saw Shedeur Sanders was at the Mavericks game, and he had a meetup afterwards with Kyrie Irving. So the young fellas are on the move. Travis and Shedeur and their respective, I guess whatever they got going on. But Travis and both Anthony Edwards are Adidas. So if Travis Hunter plays Anthony Edwards in basketball, who y'all got? Let me know. Remember, Travis is a hooper. Do not underestimate Travis Hunter's basketball skills. All right. So keep an eye out. Make sure you follow Travis Hunter, the Travis Hunter Show. Make sure you follow the Travis Hunter Show and DB Tip 3. That is his personal Instagram. And I posted today on my IG, What She Said 404. I posted photos of Anthony Edwards and Travis Hunter. Actually, it was a reel of how excited Travis was. And I noticed Travis was wearing some pajama-looking pants and a white T-shirt and some shoes that I couldn't identify because they didn't look like what we typically see. So he was real basic in his attire. Somebody gonna have to talk to Travis about how to step it up when you sit in courtside. So if you rolled out of the bed and hopped onto a PJ and landed in Dallas and was chauffeured to the arena, Travis, you got to dress up, sir. You can't wear your trophy husband pants because I saw them. Love you, but no, you gotta look the part. You gotta put that ish on when you sit courtside, sir. So I'll be looking forward to seeing Travis Hunter make his rounds where the next Adidas I guess ambassadors are. And y'all know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, y'all's fave from the Kansas City Chiefs, endorses Adidas. Y'all know who, Mr. Patty Mahomes. So Travis might pop up in the AFC Championship game. So we'll keep our eyes out for Travis Hunter at a KFC. I'm not KFC, Lord. Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs sighting at the AFC game, or heaven forbid they make it to the Super Bowl. All right, so that's it on Trav. Go watch my IG, What She Said 404. I just posted a reel about Travis being at the game in Dallas. The Timberwolves won by 1 point, and Travis got him some free gear. If y'all know anything about Travis Hunter, he loved free merch. He loved free shoes, free jerseys, and he said he gonna hoop in it, and I'm waiting to see if he will. All right, welcome. It's the 8 o'clock daily. I'm back on YouTube because some technical difficulties had us spinning like a Tasmanian devil. Come to find out, my brand new shiny laptop that y'all see here doesn't work with some web-based services, but they work with YouTube. It work with Zoom. So, got to figure some things out. So for now, I'm here. So if you're in the chat, make sure you hit the like button on the way in, or make sure you hit the like button on the way out. So we go live every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're new to the channel, this is a hot topics channel when it comes to sports, football, Colorado Buffs, NFL. I don't have favorite teams. I have favorite players. So you'll hear me talk about a variety of players. Same thing with basketball. I used to have a favorite team. It used to be the Atlanta Hawks, but I have decided to support different players. I've even been posted videos on my on IG and here at YouTube. I go to the G League games as well. So if you like basketball, if you like football, this is the channel for you. All right. So welcome. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. All right. So today, we already talked about congratulations to head coach Aaron Glenn. He's now the head coach of the Jets. We'll be watching to see if he's allowed to have free reign, bringing the quarterback of his choosing. I heard somebody say in the comments yesterday when we were talking about it, actually happened. The announcement came out last night because there were interviews yesterday. And the Saints actually had to reschedule their interviews because Aaron Glenn was going to interview with the Saints, but they had to reschedule because of the inclement weather. So once I heard the Saints had to reschedule, I figured Aaron Glenn was going on to the Jets, and that was going to be the end of his search. But here's what's interesting about him being hired with the Jets. So because there's the Rooney Rule in place, right? That's where the NFL is encouraging minority candidates. It's not specific to Black, it's minority. So the NFL is encouraging minority executives to be ushered up the ladder and considered and hired for head coaching positions, right? So Aaron Glenn was a defensive coordinator, so that's considered executive level. So he's a defensive coordinator, and now he's a head coach. And because of the Rooney Rule, the Detroit Lions get 2 draft picks. So when a team hires an executive, like a minority executive, and brings them in like as a head coach, that is, that's favored. That's favorable. So now the team that's losing Aaron Glenn, the Detroit Lions, they get 2 draft picks, 1 in 26, 1 in 25, and 1 in 26. So shout out to Aaron Glenn. I'm happy for him. Keyshawn Johnson actually said they're friends. So I'm sure you'll probably hear Keyshawn probably tweeting about that or something like that. So you got to go check that out. So we talked about Travis Hunter. He likes free merch. He got some free merch from Anthony Edwards jersey, Anthony Edwards jersey and his shoes. So we waiting to see if we could see Travis hoop because, Travis liked the hoop. So we want to see Travis hoop in the merch. So moving on. All right. So the Ravens. All right. So we have been talking about, everybody has been talking about the Ravens since y'all know the debacle, the 2-point loss to the Buffalo Bills, right? And y'all know I put out my, in my opinion, IMO. I talked about it on live. I was very passionate about it. So what I did was I took an excerpt of that passionate live and I put it out as a video. Go watch it. I'm getting some good feedback. People like, well said, excellent analysis. So don't sleep on it because you see my little pigtails up here and you know I'm a woman. Go watch the video. What I'm saying is true. And we even talked about yesterday how Chase Daniels echoed some of what I was saying, even though he didn't listen to anything I said. I'm sure he doesn't know my podcast is out here, but it proves that I was spot on what I was saying. So my overall take about the Baltimore Ravens is that, hey, Regina, welcome. One of our supporters is here. Regina, you still got the moderator tool. You can see we're back on YouTube. We had to move away from some web-based services that we were expecting to use to enhance the experience, but it didn't work out, so we're here. So welcome, Regina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so we started off talking about some things, and then I landed on the Baltimore Ravens. So we had a couple of topics tonight, Regina. We talked about Aaron Glenn, how he is, y'all, I'm recapping. Aaron Glenn, how he is, we talked about Aaron Glenn congratulating defensive coordinator from the Detroit Lions. Aaron Glenn is now the head coach of the New York Jets. So we will be watching his career as it progresses. And we're watching to make sure and hope that he has free reign as the head coach to bring in the quarterback of his choosing. And that he doesn't end up like Raheem Morris in Atlanta with a situation where he picks a quarterback and then the owner goes out and gets somebody else and then it becomes a thing. And if you know anything about Atlanta's season last year, $100 million quarterback Michael Penix Jr. was drafted, made to sit on the bench while a vet was brought in from the Vikings, and the team started off up here and slid down into the dirt. And there were like 2 regular season games left that Michael Penix Jr. was expected to be the savior of a whole season. So I'm hoping that that does not happen to Aaron Glenn while he's in New York. He used to play for New York. So there should be some rapport there. And hopefully he gets free reign. So that's Aaron Glenn recap. Then we talked about Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, one of our faves from Colorado, expected to be probably the number 2 draft pick or the number 3 draft pick, depending on where Tennessee and the Patriots or the Giants land. So Travis got some free merch from Anthony Edwards, and he likes to hoop. So we're going to watch to see. He said at the game he was going to take Anthony Edwards' shoes that he gave him as a gift, and because they both were Adidas, and he was going to start hooping. He said he was going to hoop in them. So I want to see that, and so do a lot of people. On my IG, I actually put a reel of that experience in Dallas. So that's that. And then we were moving on. Welcome, welcome, Nia. Shouting out from Baltimore. Still love our Ravens and Lamar Jackson, but now I'm all in for Jayden Daniels. Let's go. Yay! We have another Commanders fan who's rooting for Jayden Daniels, the rookie. So welcome, Nia. Y'all welcome Nia to the chat and to the 8 p.m., the What She Said fam. So Nia, we were actually getting ready to slide right into the Baltimore Ravens conversation. So I did a video. I talked about it on live. I was passionate about how I felt about the Ravens, in my opinion. And I know you're on the ground in Baltimore, so you can tell us if what I'm saying, sounds something that the fan base has talked about, how the Ravens don't seem committed to win all the way. Like they're committed to doing better, but they don't seem to be committed to going all the way. And I talked about this on my video after I did an excerpt from the live. I put it on video and I'm starting to get some good comments where people are like, absolutely, this is spot on. So I was saying that Lamar Jackson's going to have to ask himself, are they committed to win with him and go all the way? So the conversation, of course, people don't realize it, but people are still talking about this. It's not that people are hurt. It's just that something's not right. So today, the conversation regarding Baltimore is about Mark Andrews not speaking with the press. So it's a conversation because, of course, he didn't speak to the press. He never came back and gave like a statement to the press. I think he said he was devastated, maybe on social media or through someone. But the point is, it's in their contracts that they're supposed to stop and talk to the press. So the question is, why was he allowed to just blow off the press like that? So some people are basically saying what is starting to look like in the NFL, what goes for one doesn't go for the other. Because, of course, he'll likely be fine. But, you have analysts saying, oh, it's okay. He was upset. And in my opinion, Stephen A actually said it best. He said, everybody's upset after a loss. Why would he get a pass and not talk to the press? Because he's upset. He said when he doesn't talk to the press about a devastating loss, all the reporters do is go to another player. And now it's on Derrick Henry or it's on Isaiah Likely and they're going to ask him. And I saw this for myself. They're asking other players about Mark Andrews because Mark Andrews refused to talk to the press. So once again, he's like letting his team down and putting himself first. So I agree with Stephen A. It's like shrieking accountability. At some point, you have to stop and talk to the press so you don't put that on anybody else. So that's where the conversation went. And I talked about how Baltimore is not planning to make any big changes. I said it. I said people are going to expect them to maybe move on from Mark Andrews. I called it after the game based on the 3 horrible plays he had, and they allowed him to be the person on the last play, which was crucial. I said, they're not going to get rid of him. I said that he's been there before. They didn't win with him. People are saying, hey, he's one of the reasons that Lamar Jackson won an MVP. I said he didn't look like an MVP level player on Sunday when they played the Bills. So come to find out, I'm right. Lamar, the Baltimore Ravens GM Acosta, he already said it. We have moved on. He said we have moved on. We don't have any massive changes planned. And he said, I'm already looking at draft tape. So no accountability for, man, what happened? What was going through your mind? Whatever the reporters that's running around asking other players in the locker room questions, there's no one to answer first person for Mark Andrews. So now it's like they just swept it under the rug. And to me, that makes the situation that much more suspicious because I feel like if that was anybody else, like I think, was it Marshawn Lynch? Who was it that kept saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined? I think that was Marshawn Lynch, I think. So it's a big deal when you don't talk to reporters. And it's even more so a big deal after a loss like that. And then to not be accountable, have people make excuses for you. It just makes it, and they're not making any changes. I knew they weren't going to make any changes. It's called favoritism. And that's why Lamar Jackson has to ask himself, what are we really committed to in the Baltimore Ravens organization? Trying to make somebody be a hero, or are we committed to getting to the next level? And are y'all committed to getting to the next level with me? And the fact that they just swept everything under the rug, it's not a good look, and that hurt a lot of people on that team and the fans, and they just want to move on like it was nothing. That's going to be hard to pour into emotionally again. That's why I don't have favorite teams. I have favorite players. And my heart aches for Lamar Jackson because if they swept it under the rug with the media, they swept it under the rug towards the players. They're like, it is what it is. Let's move on. And that's not right. And he's going to be right there next year. Right there. So welcome, everybody. We're just talking the 8 o'clock chat. And I just had some topics. We talked about them. I did a recap. And that's where we are. Hopefully, I don't know about Lamar Jackson's contract. I haven't sat down and looked at it, but I do feel like, we need to try to, I want to try to figure out like how much time does he have left there? Hopefully he can move on to another organization. Nia, you're on the ground. You let me know your thoughts. And drop your area codes if you're new. Drop your area code if you're new to the live. I'm a 404. I know we normally have some people from Virginia. Regina, you're originally Tennessee, right? But you're not in Tennessee right now. I think you said you were originally Tennessee. And Nia, if you're there, drop your area code. If you're B More, I don't know their area code. And let me know your thoughts, guys, what y'all think about the latest out of Baltimore. They're not making any changes. They've already moved on. So they're gonna keep rolling like they've been rolling. And it is what it is. So let me know your thoughts. And let me make sure I can hear. I think the health of the microphone looks good. I just want to make sure there's no delay. Normally, when I go live with YouTube, I don't have any issues. Welcome, Nia. Oh, okay, Regina, you're in Tennessee. Okay, all right. So you're on the ground. All right. So my last topic of tonight actually pertains to Tennessee. So there was a mock draft again by a famous analyst, last name Kiper. And I don't know what it is with this man. But regardless of what team has what pick, he has Shedeur going to the Giants. So yesterday I heard him comparing number one pick, Tennessee, Cam Ward. Regina actually gave us that as insight a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for that, Regina. Thank you for that. Nia says she 256, Regina 615. Okay. And it's interesting because Regina gave us the insight a couple of weeks ago. So Cam Ward does seem to be the lock in Tennessee. Number two is Travis Hunter to the Cleveland Browns. Now, this is what I think is going to happen with the number two pick. I think the Vegas Raiders are going to trade up, even though they still out here searching for a coach. I think they're going to trade up to Cleveland, and I think they're going to get Shedeur Sanders to Vegas with Cleveland's number two pick, because we know they're not getting a quarterback. And some people are saying, ooh, Travis Hunter could go number two, but it seems that the Patriots have had their eyes on Travis Hunter for a minute. So it's possible he could go to the Patriots, or the Patriots could go up to number two and get Travis. But right now it seems that Vegas is going to come up from 6 to 2. So that leaves Travis going to the Patriots. I don't know who will go to the Browns or where they would get the pick. I guess they would go to 6. Nia, it says some of us residents would love for Ray Lewis to come to Be More and cuss the whole management and team out. If Lamar made these mistakes, he will be over him. Right. Oh, I am definitely going to pin this. See, I'm so glad you are in the chat today. Thank you, Nia, for finding us. I don't know how you found us, but thank you for finding us. 234, welcome, folks. This is what I wanted. Like when Regina started coming on the podcast, she gave us insight regarding how Tennessee on the ground, how they were feeling about Cam Ward, their number one pick. And so far, she's right. She's right. And here you come, Nia. We're talking about Baltimore. I'm way over here in Atlanta. I wanted to get the pulse of the fan base. So I really, really, really appreciate you coming on and sharing this information with us, because this is how the rest of us feel. I feel like I'm an outsider. I'm in Atlanta. The Falcons are right up the road, but I'm a Lamar Jackson fave. If you go to my IG, you scroll back to the time period when he was drafted, I'm right there with a picture of him, and I called him the GOAT when he got drafted. I watched him sit there with his mom. So for you to come in, Nia, thank you, and tell us that the fans are aligned with the outsiders, people who don't watch the Ravens all the time, but like Lamar Jackson and other players, the alignment is spot on. Thank you for that. So that tells you everything you need to know. Even the fan base has issues with how things are going, and they understand that there's a disparity in the way people are being treated. What's good for this one is not good for that one. And that's why I said there's some favoritism going on here. And if we're being 100% transparent, yes, I've already said that Baltimore does not seem committed to win with Lamar Jackson. I'm getting ready to go so far as to say, giving that hero's ball to pass to Mark Andrews it seemed like it was a message. We really didn't need Isaiah Likely and Derrick Henry, or we could have got it done with what we had. Because people told me in the chat that I guess Baltimore, spent the money to get Derrick Henry and Isaiah Likely, and that Andrews was already there. He was there, and they couldn't get it done while he was there, so they went and got Likely, and of course they went and got Henry. Now, Henry purpose is supposed to be so Lamar Jackson isn't a Swiss Army knife in doing everything, and I understand that. But Isaiah Likely was brought in because the complaint was, even with Andrews there was nobody for Lamar to throw to, right? So Lamar Jackson, not Mark Andrews, but Likely and Derrick Henry. Those three lead in the postseason stats. But to me, the message is, it's like the organization itself is not aligned. It's like the coaching staff has one set of values, and ownership, who's writing the checks to get Derrick Henry and Isaiah Likely, have different views. It's like ownership wants to go to the Super Bowl, but the coaching staff is standing right in the way, blocking it. Like, oh, we don't need that. We never needed Likely. Let me show you. Mark Andrews, go catch this ball. Even though he showed he was unreliable. So from an outsider perspective, the ownership and the coaching staff are not aligned, and Lamar Jackson is caught in the middle. Because if Lamar Jackson ever said, well, if they ask his opinion, Lamar, what do you think we need? Well, it would be good, if we get another tight end or something like that, somebody I could be consistent with, and they get it. Then you get Derrick Henry because they don't want him doing everything. Who didn't want him doing everything? Because Lamar Jackson still had 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards. So to me, what we're seeing, ownership is writing checks to get what we need to win, and coaching is blocking progress. That's why the Ravens should have moved on from their GM, their head coach, and their OC. I stand on it. I am a Titan fan. Did you? Okay. So thank you, Neil. Let me know your thoughts about that. Welcome, folks, 234. So Regina said, did you see Cam and Shedeur training today? No, I did not. But I did see Shedeur training with like the new incoming players. I did see that. I am a Titan fan, but I just don't like how they do QBs in the past. I totally understand. I feel the same way about the Raiders coaching search. You just have too many teams that have old mentality, and it's like a hybrid. It's like Baltimore ownership seems to be new school in terms of, hey, we want to get to the Super Bowl. Here's a check. Get Derrick Henry, get Isaiah Likely. But then the coaching staff, who has been there, Harbaugh, since Jackson was drafted, is in alignment with the people who didn't want Lamar Jackson to be a quarterback. They preferred him to be a running back and said he would only be successful as a running back. That's what it looks like. Henry made major difference this season. Yeah, he did. Right. I know he did. So, like I said, when you look at the postseason stats, Regina, it's the leaders, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Isaiah Likely. I don't think it's a coincidence it's Isaiah Likely. I think he was doing exactly what they brought him in to do, to win. And when they got to the point where that trio, Jackson, Likely, and Henry, got them to the promised land, what happened? They went back to the old standard. That's exactly what happened. And it didn't work before, and it didn't work then. And now they just want to move past it. That's why they don't want to talk about it, because the people at the top, not the ownership necessarily, but the GM, the head coach, the OC, are complicit in that loss. That's on them. And they don't want to talk about it. So I think we have everybody in the chat that's basically Commanders. But, yesterday I was on the fence about the Commanders and the Chiefs. Not the Commanders and the Eagles, but I think I'm a Commanders. So anybody rolling with the Eagles, drop Eagles in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to believe that you are Commanders. We will be watching the game live at 3:00 on Sunday. So hopefully y'all get to join us, even if it's just for a minute. Stop by, hit the like button, and wave at us. Even if you got to keep it pushing, I understand. Otherwise, we'll be right here with some snacks, watching the game. So let's talk about who's favorite to win in AFC and NFC. So let's start with the Commanders and the Eagles. Number 2 seeded Eagles are expected to win by 6 points. I think I said 6.5. So we know that the Eagles are projected to beat the Commanders by 6 points. Then when you go to the Bills and the Chiefs, shockingly, the Chiefs are only expected to win, from what I saw today, by 1.5 points. Did y'all get that? How do you win by 1.5 points? That's what they're expected to win by, a very narrow margin. So for the people that want the Bills and the Commanders Super Bowl, we just might get it. We understand that the Eagles are a 6-point favorite due to experience. They're the number 2 seed, and they have the number 1 defense. So we understand that. But we feel like Jayden Daniels, the people who are pro commanders, we feel like Jayden Daniels is kind of built for this moment, that he's not starstruck. He won't suffer from a situational experience, because all of this is new to him. All of it, from the first game he played, the second game, all the way to the last regular season game, a wild card game. All of it's situational, and he's handling it. So I don't see, now the Super Bowl might be different, but this championship game, I don't see him being plagued by situational experience. So I'm gonna give it to the Commanders by 3. Do you remember who I said was going to the Super Bowl? Did you say no? Who would you say, Regina? Who would you say? Do I remember? No, no. My head for the last 2 days been stuck as playing my own tech support. Playing my own tech support. Who did you say was going? Let's see. Let me see what I think you could have said. Did you say the Eagles and the Bills? I hope you didn't say the Eagles and the Chiefs. We don't want the Eagles and the Chiefs to go. Welcome to the chat. If you're in, hit the like button on the way in. You mentioned a gift card and I got it right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm cool with that. Who did you say? I'm gonna have to go back and look if you don't tell me. And I can go back and look at the chat relay. All of us can, by the way. So who did you say? You say the Super Bowl, right? The Eagles and the Chiefs. Oh, you did say the Eagles and the Chiefs. Regina, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win that. I don't think the Eagles are gonna beat the Commanders. I don't. Remember, Jayden has an injured knee. And I know they got Saquon Barkley, but their coaches have made some sketchy calls along the way. So, all right, if you win, Eagles and Chiefs, all right. I already know what gift card I'm going to get you. I was thinking I was going to give away something, but you know what? You're going to be first. Since you've been holding it down, I already got the perfect gift card for you. I'm going to see if I can get it e-delivered. If not, you're going to have to drop me an Addy post office box or Amazon box or something. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. I want Daniels to go. Okay, but if it's the Eagles and the Chiefs, I still got you. You still gonna win that gift card. You want Daniels to go. Yeah. I think he could do it. I think he could do it. But like I said, the reason why I've heard people say they're picking the Eagles is because of experience. But remember, all of this is new to Jayden Daniels. And he hasn't, the first 2 preseason games they lost. Now, I didn't watch it. I don't know if he's a quarterback or not. I didn't go back and check the stats. But that was new. And you see, after 2 games, if he played in those 2 preseason games, and if there are any Commanders fans in here, please let me know. He got it. They got it together, and they've been clicking. So to me, all of this is new. And if he could beat the Bucs in a wild card game and not be frazzled by situational experience, I think he could. This is a championship game. This is not the Super Bowl. Now the Super Bowl is different, and I do think it is interesting. That people are saying when it comes to these types of games, the playoffs is different from the regular season. That factors back into Baltimore, saying that Mark Andrews has been good for us all season. I'm like, okay, but we in the playoffs, and if he's not new to this, then you should have asked him what was wrong with him, because he wasn't playing like an all-pro tight end. That's the key takeaway. So I got the Commanders. So let's talk about the 1.5 spread. The favored Chiefs. So why do y'all think the Chiefs are only a 1.5 favorite to beat the Bills. I'm curious because, they feel like, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs can do no wrong. So why is it so close? I have some theories, but I want to see what y'all going to say. Matter of fact, let me check to see. Did the Bills and the Chiefs play in the regular season? I do find it interesting that they're only expected to win by. To me, it's like the 1.5 spread is acknowledging that the refs have helped Kansas City Chiefs win. It's like an acknowledgement. Well, they kind of really hadn't been playing good, even though they won a few games. Maybe they got a little help. So we just gonna, it's gonna be close, but we'll say they're gonna win. How do you win by 1.5 points? You can win by 1 point. I agree with that, but 1.5, where they come up with that from? So let's say 2. Oh my God, the number 2 on the scale. A lot of people right now, but I want the Bills to go. I like Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen, Joe Burrows, Michael Penix Jr., Jaden Daniels, Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. You see, I have favorite players. I don't have favorite teams. So that's why I'll watch anybody play. Because they had several games this season, they only won by a few points. Mm-hmm. And the few points that they won by, the games that people have accused them of getting help from by the refs. And they still talking about that. They have talked to the referee. He has, I believe, explained himself. So there's something going on there. There's something going on there, for people to finally start looking at that direction. Not just one media outlet, but it seems like there's some possible favoritism happening there too. That's why I said it was like maybe only 1.5 points. But I don't know if we're going to watch that game. I just don't like the Chiefs. So I don't know if I want to spend my time. I think my time is valuable. So I don't know if I want to spend it watching the Chiefs. I could just log on later and y'all can tell me who won, or I can Google it on my phone. But I know I'm watching that 3 o'clock game. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get you some snacks. Turn your notifications on. We are going live. I was standing in my couch for the Heisman. I know the Baltimore game. If you go look at that live, I was yelling. So I act like I'm there. So you're not going to want to miss it. We can talk about this game as it's happening, but I think it's going to be close. That's why I say Commanders by 3. And I hope the Bills pull it out. I don't have a prediction for that game. I just want the Bills to win. That is correct. All right. So welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Regina, you say you'll be here. Oh, Gracie sent me a message on YouTube in one of the comments. She said she'll be back too. She said, I'll be gone for 2 days, but I'll be back. I'm like, okay, all right. So y'all, you make sure you go to the store and get you some good snacks. It's on Fox. Yeah. I told you we got the YouTube sharing set up, right? Y'all know YouTube sharing is a thing, right? Regina hipped us to it, that if you pay the $83 a month for YouTube, that you can share it with other people in your family. So it is what it is. And yeah, I remember, don't let me forget that gift card, because, look me, I'm going to take a picture. I had a perfect gift card too. It's funny, I was thinking about that today. I was like, okay, I'm going to give away a gift card. I'm glad you said that. Welcome to the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button so the algorithm can find my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have 2 of the best moderators in the chat. One is here. One will be back. They'll probably both be in tandem this weekend. Regina and Gracie. And so y'all make sure when y'all see somebody new and you always in the chat, that you come on in and welcome them. We want everybody to feel at home, where we just having friendly conversation about football. And I talk about basketball too. I kind of segued a little bit into basketball, talking about Travis Hunter being at the Dallas Mavericks game with his pants on that said trophy husband. I like Travis. When you sit first row, people keep saying I'm somebody's auntie. Okay, let your auntie tell you. Sweetheart, when you go sit courtside at an NBA game, you're going to need to put that ish on, honey. No trophy husband, pajama pants, and some shoes that you would wear to Target. No offense to Target. And no plain white tee. We gonna need you to put that ish on. Similar to what you did in the Heisman. When you went to the Heisman, you was stepping in it. So we gonna need you to put it on when we see you courtside. If you go to the Chiefs game, Travis Hunter, make sure you put that ish on. Okay. Otherwise, it looked like he was having fun. I'm happy to see him with a smile on his face. But I'm gonna need him to put that ish on. So all right, y'all. Anything else? Otherwise, if y'all want nothing else to talk about, we can cut it short tonight. I know this weekend we'll be on live for about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours for the whole game. Depending on how the game go, we might be on there 4.5 talking about the result because that Baltimore game, I got back on live. I closed my laptop. Then I talked about it after the game, talked about it during, afterwards, went back on live, put out a video, and I'm still talking about it because Lamar Jackson seemed like a good dude, to be honest. People really like him. And when it comes to people like Travis and Lamar Jackson, I see some similarities there. And I feel like when you're a good person, people take advantage of you. And sometimes you do need people on the outside to be your cheerleaders to say, hey, just in case you was wondering where they tripping, yeah, they tripping. You need to move on. And if God opens that door, I'm gonna need you to walk through it and don't look back, don't second guess, because he heard conversations that you didn't hear. And just because everybody's on your team doesn't mean they're for you. You have to understand that. So I see Travis Hunter and Lamar Jackson kind of the same situation a little bit, same but different. And I'm that cheerleader, so that's why you hear me lifting them up like that. Your blood pressure was up Sunday. Ooh, was it? I ain't gonna tell you because it was obvious when I first came on live. Remember when I came on live? I wasn't on there 2 minutes. And the first question I asked, this was before they went to halftime, I said, why didn't 89? I didn't even know who it was. I said, why didn't 89 try to catch that ball? He missed a wide open pass. And the media keeps saying he had 2 errors. He had 3. And the first one was like a signal, a wide open pass. And that's why the other 2 are so infuriating. If you go back, because I was trying to find a replay of the game that I could go back to before halftime when he dropped that first pass, but I haven't been able to find it. And you can't like repost the videos on YouTube without losing something. So I was like just talking about it, but it was not 2 egregious errors. It was 3. And the first one was the most egregious because it was wide open. And I know I had just started watching the broadcast. I was like, did he even try to raise his hands to get it? If you put that with the other 2, that's why I'm upset. And there were other people that saw that too. They just don't have the voices of like the major networks that could keep saying 2 errors. It was 3. It was 3. Yeah, my blood pressure was boiling. I was going to be like that if Aaron Glenn didn't get this job. When I heard that he was interviewing for the Saints and the Saints postponed their interviews due to inclement weather, but I knew it was actually snowing. They were actually skiing up Canal Street and Bourbon Street in New Orleans. So I was like, well, maybe he'll, get to go back. But I kind of was following a little bit, and they were pretty much saying that they kind of figured he had the Jets job in the bag. So we have to see who the Saints hire, because I don't. They another organization. They got some issues. Tennessee, the Giants, the Jaguars, hell, the Panthers. They got some issues out there. But the Commanders have moved on, and you see it's working out for them. So it's working out for them. All right, y'all. Well, this might be it for the night. Y'all have any questions? If y'all have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I normally come up with like a let me look at this and see. Let me know. Okay, so since we still here, I told y'all that there was this famous analyst that everybody seems to know, Kiper. That's his last name. He did like a mock draft, and people really listened to him. So let's really look at who he came out with overall. Of course, number 1, he had Cam Ward from Miami. Number 2, he had the Cleveland Browns taking Travis Hunter. Number 3, he had the New York Giants, of course, Shedeur Sanders. The funny thing is, if the Giants move up to number 2, he gonna say Shedeur the number 2 pick. He has pegged them to Shedeur the whole time, even when the Raiders had the number 1 pick. And at one point they did, like when there was 2 or 3 games left in the season. And then we have, who else? Let's see. Oh, he just put the top 3, I guess. So he just had the top 3 picks. And I think Ashton Jeanty is supposed to go to Dallas. So I'm probably going to start talking more about that. But don't forget, January 30th. January 30th is the East-West Shrine Bowl, the Senior Bowl. Not the Senior Bowl, but the East-West Shrine Bowl that the Colorado seniors are going to. And that's in Dallas. Is anybody in Dallas? Is anybody in Dallas? If you in Dallas in the chat, drop, let me know. Because let me see if that game comes on. Let me see where it's coming on. Check out Well Off Media later. Okay. Cowboys still haven't hired. Oh, you know what they doing, right? Regina, were you on the podcast the other day when we were talking about who they're considering hiring? It turns out it's the son of the legendary Marty Schottenheimer, who was like this big time coach in the NFL. And of course, he played in the NFL. His son is on the Cowboy staff. He was an analyst last year. No, 2 years ago, he was an analyst. In 2022, guess that's 3 years now. 2022, he was an analyst for the Cowboys. In 2024, 23, he became their offensive coordinator. That's who they're considering for the head coach. He has another round of interviews. I think they said whoever Jerry Jones gets, it's going to have to be somebody like that, that he could basically go to them and say, okay, I'm hiring you as my head coach, but I need you to make him your offensive coordinator. He's like that. You know, they say he want to staff out the roles and stuff. So that's why they knew Coach Prime probably wasn't going to Dallas, even though they said Aaron Glenn was possibly going to Dallas, and they were like, he's not going to Dallas. Jerry Glenn, he liked to tell people who to hire. So that's why they think that Aaron Glenn is going to get the opportunity to choose his quarterback, his coaches, and everything else in the Jets. So, yeah, we keep an eye. I think the Vegas Raiders, I don't know what's going on with their coaching search, but I'm not liking how it's going. It's like they just trying to find somebody. It's like they're not taking their time to build, like realizing, okay, I'm getting ready to move forward. And it's like, let me just get somebody. That's the kind of vibe they're giving out. Oh, we're going to go with Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson like, see you, I'm in Chicago. Then it's like, oh, we're going to go with this person. They shoot him the bird. And then now it's somebody else. I'm like, oh, we just trying to just get anybody in here. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know. I just hope wherever Shedeur go, he going to be good. Oh, I know. I do want to ask y'all something. Regina, you in Tennessee, so you might know. Is there a possibility for the Tennessee Titans to get Travis and Shedeur? I heard that today. Is that a possibility? Like, do they have that kind of money, cap space, etc.? I don't know their situation. So if you know, can the Tennessee Titans, do they have the cap space to get Travis and Shedeur? Let me know your thoughts on that. And if so, how on earth would that? They would have to have 2 picks in the first round pretty close to each other, because I know those 2 are going in the top 5. So that's basically the last thing I heard, is that it's a possibility Tennessee could get both. I don't think so. Yeah, that would be kind of hard, wouldn't it? Because you got these big fat signing bonuses. You got these, I mean, they're rookie contracts, so it's not like it's a $200 million contract. So, but if you hear anything, Regina, if you hear anything, I don't know who you know in Tennessee, but if you hear that there's chatter that they could get both of them, please let us know. We need the scoop. We need to get the scoop, just like you gave us that tea on Cam Ward being the choice for the first pick, and then the media kind of finally came on. I hate to tell y'all, I know this channel is small, but we actually say things before other people. We called Baltimore out for not being committed to winning, and Chase Daniels came back and said it the next day. He said, it seems like the Dallas Cowboys, they're not committed to winning. Like Jerry Jones, he cared more about ticket sales. He cared more about merchandise. I said it. I said it first. Maybe that's what I should name the podcast. But I called it What She Said because I know sports and I kind of understand these organizations and how they move if I know the organization. But as a whole, the culture of the NFL, I understand it. I'm not saying it's right, but I do understand what they got going on though. So y'all let me know. Okay, I'm gonna get out for here. We get ready to go hang up the panels for the wall. So hopefully they up for tomorrow. I'll probably be right back on YouTube instead of spending my money with something that doesn't work because this seems to be working. And with the panels up, I think it'll be pretty. So I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay, tomorrow Friday, I'll be here 8 p.m. Eastern. Bring your snacks and bring the tea. Talk to you soon. Have a good night. Good night, y'all. Okay, you ready to get going on these panels?